Meanwhile, someone who is on subsidized health care can buy junk food all at your expense. And it's a never-ending loop of disease, of obesity, and government subsidization. Over the weekend, this whole thing now, SNAP, there's been discussion regarding banning soda and junk food from SNAP, right? This is the government program that pays for people's food. There were a bunch of influencers, many of whom were on the right, who copy-pasted talking points about SNAP. People on the right trying to tell you this is a conservative idea, saying a new war on soda has begun, targeting purchases made through SNAP. I don't believe it's the government's role to decide what people should or shouldn't eat. Restricting soda through SNAP is an unnecessary move by the government to control consumption, overstepping its authority and infringing on individual liberty. So this was framed. You have the left who think that you can trim nothing from government, and now you have people on the right, so-called influencers, who reportedly, by the way, were offered up to $1,000.
Jeez.
And were given direct talking points to try and advocate, as though it's a libertarian or conservative point of view, to keep junk food in SNAP. And by the way, Nick Shorter was the one who reported on this. Think about that so be very, very careful. And by the way, I would not trust anyone who put these out there and copy-pasted these talking points. They were even given the talking points about Donald Trump's Diet Coke button.
Yes.
It's like that old sitcom bit with the friend in the bush telling you what to say to the girl in the window.
Yeah.
Okay, now tell her soda makes you super buff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's paying him $1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, big money.
Tell them that Thomas Jefferson would want you to have Fanta. And to be fair, Eric Doherty, who posted this there, he said, yeah, that was dumb of me, massive egg on my face. In all seriousness, it won't happen again.
So there's a good point to be made here. It's just because you got caught.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man, I shouldn't have done that. Should have been when you got the email saying, hey, will you say something stupid for $1,000?
Egg on my face.
Right in.
And also, soda gives you great boners.
It also gets egg off of your face.
It's great as part of your 9-hour morning routine.
Those weren't bottled water. They were sodas.
Yeah.
And Riley Gaines, she's out there quite a bit as a commentator. She said that she was offered money to make a post, and she said no. So good for her. There are some people
she
out
saw
there
the Sprite was actually a 7-Up. It was in a different costume.
I'm more of a squirt person, maybe Fresca. But this is, no, squirt and Fresca.
Leah Thomas is more of a Fresca.
Yeah.
All right, stop it. Grow up. You don't get it in the supermarket.
Don't look at me. It was noodles.
You people. You're children.
started it.
Children.
But this is why you say, why is there this infighting? There are people with ulterior motives. They have a vested interest in warping your perspective. Again, this is really simple. This is why I say don't just take issues on an individual basis. You do need to have a worldview. You do need to have a lens through which you see these issues. When we're dealing with your dollars, the American workers' dollars, okay, look, you pay for your own crap, you choose. I pay for it, you don't. And if some of these people, by the way, can't just buy whatever they want, you need to understand this. Many people involved with SNAP, they'll just take it. Well, give them room to destroy.
28 EBT cards later.
Yes. And here's the thing, too. You were talking about this. Look, a lot of these people are on some kind of government health care program.
Exactly.
Too. This is the problem. If you work and you make just a middling income, you won't qualify for the Obamacare exchange. Okay? So you have to pay for your own health care. That's very likely expensive. You won't qualify for SNAP. You have to buy your own groceries, which is very expensive. Meanwhile, someone who is on subsidized health care can buy junk food all at your expense. And it's a never-ending loop of disease, of obesity, and government subsidization. Let me give you some examples here, just as far as how much more life costs for you if you are a productive, contributing member of society. That's the problem. Right now, we're incentivizing people to not be contributing members of society. So a normal shopping cart for the average American, people not on SNAP. These are the top items they likely purchase. Number 1, meat. 2, veggies. 3, dairy, cheese. 4, fruit. 5, sweetened beverages. You look at a SNAP cart, this comes from the USDA. Number 1, meat. Number 2, sweetened beverages. Number 3,
you got to marinate your meat in Fanta.
Veggies. Then 4, prepared frozen food.
Bad.
5, prepared frozen desserts.
Bad.
That makes me sad.
Each year, SNAP recipients spend $27 billion on junk food. And more importantly, SNAP recipients spend 2 times more than you per average grocery store trip. For non-SNAP, citizens, meaning you're paying with your own money, $18. SNAP recipients, $36. It's almost twice. We spend $145 billion a year on SNAP. It's meant to give people necessities. You pay for necessities. During a time where egg prices were skyrocketing, SNAP recipients, you pay for luxuries for them. Oh, even poor people deserve a treat. No, they don't. No, they don't. That's the talking point from left. You don't think poor people deserve treats? Fuck no. How about that? No, I don't. I absolutely don't. If you're down on your luck and you need a roll of salami, you need some eggs, some milk, fine. I don't want your kids to starve. You don't know. No, I don't. I don't think you deserve Funyuns. That doesn't mean I'm racist. That doesn't mean I'm classist. You know why? Because I don't buy them.
Prepared desserts. How about I give you flour, milk, sugar, and eggs, and you can make your own dessert?
Yes.
You're not doing shit. You don't have a job.
I know.
You got the time. Bake a cake, stupid.
Well,
Pardon my language, but look, this kind of thing, because it's at the root of the problem.
Yeah.
For some reason, one side of the aisle and paid influencers who claim to be on the right always support subsidizing the non-contributing zeros while vilifying you for your contributions. You're saying that you should have a say. Yes, I am. And yes, I do. If you know what? If there isn't some kind of a control mechanism, you know what you're going to have? You're going to have grocery slapping vigilantes. Just me, Josh, and Jill walking in, seeing the Frito going, get that out of here. Here's some milk.
Yeah, when you got a fat guy slapping junk food out of your hands, you know something's wrong.
Yes.
It's really wrong.
It's primarily a financial issue.
And by the way, 10% is usually the amount, roughly 10% of what they spend on sugary drinks alone. So back in, I think when the study was done, it was about 6 to 10 billion. Based on that number, it's about $14 billion a year.
Yeah.
Being spent. No wonder soda companies are paying people to post to keep it.
Next time you see a commercial for Coca-Cola or the newest sugary energy drink, hey, I want you to think, you paid for that.
Yep.
The fact that it's common practice to call it junk food, and we're like, yeah, we should be subsidized. We should be paying for that.
Yeah,
Here,
exactly.
eat the junk food. Here's your junk's another word for garbage. Here's your garbage food.
Right. What's the first
Eat
generation?
it, you poor little garbage person.
We have more access to food than ever, and we have a generation
That's what
who are
it sounds like.
fatter, sicker, and they're going to die younger than their parents. And we're talking about if the taxpayer should foot the bill for what we know is making them fatter, sicker, die younger. We have a health epidemic in this country, and some folks seem to think soda is actually and literally, not figuratively, the cure.
Our mom told us when we were younger, if we ate a sugar, you drink a Diet Coke afterwards and it'll cancel out the sugar.
Okay.
It's hard to argue with that logic because I didn't prepare this segment and I don't know the science on it. She may be right. She may be correct.
But I'm going to bet she's not.
I don't know.
It only works with Diet Right.
Yes.
It's not just all diet sodas.
She thinks diet soda is a tapeworm that eats all the sugar.
If you want to look like her, follow her advice.
Yeah. You want to ferment
science.
as well.
Let's just, let's start importing Mexican tap water. Give it to them. That it'll solve it. See
what happens.
See how much weight you lose with food
Actually
poisoning?
might help.
You got a tapeworm. It eats it, and then it's gone. And by the way, one more thing I want to address because you'll have people on the right who obviously, and they go, well, hold on a second. Yeah, aren't you hypocritical? Weren't you against Bloomberg's banning of big gulps? Okay, stupid. Let me go through this again. Do you understand that someone voluntarily purchasing something that they know is not good for them, let's say a soda as a treat for themselves in New York City, that's not the same thing as subsidizing junk food for poor people who need bare necessities.
Right.
Yeah, sure, we shouldn't allow stuff in the food supply that causes cancer, whatever it is. If we're allowing things, hopefully RFK does a good job with that. Assuming that the food supply is kept relatively safe, someone who knows that a sugary drink is not good for them, but they choose to purchase a size large in New York, that is individual liberty. Someone using your money to purchase crap that makes them a larger, quite literally, burden on the healthcare system, that has nothing to do with liberty. It's as simple as this. You pay for it, you choose. I pay for it, I choose. You don't like it? Get a job. Hey, if you're still watching this, I appreciate it. And let's just shoot straight. Obviously, you have a lot of time on your hands. You're not doing anything today. So comment below. It helps with the YouTube algorithms from the overlords, or just watch one of these other. If you want to kill some more time, watch this video here. It's going to be very similar. And shoot, I rolled over my headphone cord. It doesn't just click. Is that broken?